Oh God, I've got to relive this. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 starts off right where we left off. Anna's leaving the building after her interview with Christian Grey, and she apparently has something like a panic attack just because he's so cute. Oh my God. So she gets herself together, and we've got more shivering and talk about his piercing gaze as we fast forward back to her apartment. Like, no, literally fast forward. To quote, "As I hit the I-5, I realize I can drive as fast as I want." No you can't, bitch. The expressway still has speed limits. But she still manages to make it back to her apartment without getting pulled over, where her roommate, this bitch who's supposed to be laid out with the flu, bounds up to Anna and gives her a hug. Bitch, you ain't got the energy to do that if you got the flu. If you can jump out of your seat just because your roommate got home, you could sit and do an interview. Anyway, so Anna berates Kate for not giving her background info, even though this dumbass didn't even read the questions in preparation like she's gonna read a whole fucking biography or something. So Kate's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't think of that." But in the last chapter, Anna mentioned that she did ask for background info, and Kate said, "Just read the questions." So it looks like our author can't get her own facts straight here. But what she can do is continue emphasizing what a homely, normal, awkward girl type Anna is. She'd rather sit alone at home and curl up with a book. She's so average, we can all relate to her. I wonder how many times we're going to hear about this, yet get zero character development. So anyway, Anna gives Kate the mini disc and berates her for that "are you gay" question. And, you know, hell, at least she realizes this is an awful thing to ask someone. She's, like, seriously dwelling on this throughout the whole chapter. Like, that's all she's thinking about. Oh my God, I can't believe I asked him if he's gay. But if her roommate is supposed to be such a good reporter for this university newspaper, if she's so professional or whatever, she should know not to ask personal questions about how he was adopted and about his sexuality. You know, that is none of your business. That is none of your business at all. And I still don't feel bad for Anna, though, because she didn't even look at the questions. Like, she was so nervous and worried about this interview, she didn't even bother to prepare herself for it. Like, I don't feel sorry for you at all, you dumb bitch. I cannot even. So Anna heads off to work, where they weren't expecting her because she said she was going to be out of town for this interview, but she still went in anyway. All her bitching about getting zero time for studying on all her finals, and she's going to take the time to go into work when she doesn't have to. And, like, believe me, I understand money is money. You gotta earn money, especially if you're in college, you're living on your own. But the reason that she continues complaining about having no time for studying is because of him. Your interview probably took, like, what, 15 minutes, a half hour max? And you're blaming that for having no time to study? It's like, come on, all this stuff you've been doing the rest of the day and going to work, I'm sure that took up way much more time. But anyway, so we get like 2 sentences about her work, and by the time she gets home, Kate has had time to listen to this mini disc, and solely from this is magically able to tell, oh my God, he's so into you. Like, rather, the words Kate uses are, I think he sounds quite taken with you. Who the fuck says that to their friend? Like, seriously, who says he's quite taken with you? Like, no, bitch, please. So anyway, we get a brief description of Anna's mother, and okay, I only know this because I googled it. I'm not into Twilight, but Anna's mother is exactly like Bella's mom. And, I mean, this is not surprising. We all know that this is Twilight fanfiction. What surprises me is that some people still don't get that, even with all these, like, obvious descriptions. And they exactly match the Twilight characters. So, we also meet the Jacob character in this chapter, whose father is pals with guess who? Anna's father! You know, it's, again, these exact character descriptions, zero originality to this story. And actually, I'm done pretending that there is any originality. I'm using the real names from here on out. So, They celebrate some photography exhibit where Jacob's art is going to be featured. And then fast forward to Bella at work Saturday night, where all of a fucking sudden, guess who shows up at this hardware store? Yeah, Edward. Because that happens. So he's at this hardware store, and I'm just like, what is this rich ass dude doing in a do-it-yourself shop? You know, he's rich. He's probably got people to fix stuff for him if it's broken. He doesn't need to be there. Not to mention that we've already established that this town where she goes to school is like an hour away from Seattle. So he's just conveniently at this hardware store. And, you know, of course, the most description we ever get of anything is how flustered Bella is and how absolutely wonderful and beautiful and intimidating Edward is, and this smile of his. Like, she keeps saying there's this smile, like he's hiding something or he has some kind of secret. Like, is he constantly going around thinking, I like bondage? No, that's not what people do. But it's this really creepy vibe I'm getting. I don't know why Bella is so into him and attracted to him, because he seriously started giving me this really creepy pedo molester vibe. But, and then the items he was looking for in this hardware store, like, I would get the feeling that he's a rapist, because how is Bella still into this dude and not think it's creepy that he's buying cable ties and masking tape and rope? I mean, Jesus Christ, that screams rapist to me, especially since she's emphasizing how mysterious and creepy this guy is. So basically, this chapter ends with Bella and Edward discussing the possibility of a photo shoot for Kate's article, and all in all, these characters become even more and more unlikable. Though I can see Edward's interest as a dominant, that he'd probably be super into this trembling mass of useless, aka Bella. But based on what I've seen for the first 2 chapters, I'm expecting little to no development here. The only scenes that are fleshed out are the ones between Bella and Edward. I'm all for a little PWP, but 26 chapters really defeats that purpose. That's not porn without plot. That's like really bad porn with really bad plot. And with an author who's at a 7th grade writing level, I'm not expecting much from the steamy scenes either. Most women read these to get all heated up, but so far all I've felt was revulsion.